Welcome, YouTubers. Thank you for being here today. Checking out my channel, Scorpio 1111. And yes, I am. I am a double Scorpio and an 1111 numerology wise and also birthday. So, okay, enough about me. I had a dream. And the dream told me to do this particular reading. So here I am. I have no idea where we're going in terms of if this will end up being more about love or career or general world conditions. I have no clue. I'm just showing up, which is what I do. And we're going to see where this goes. So hopefully the title will give some clue when this is all said and done. However, they did tell me, they're saying the deck is ready. They did tell me that the essence, the title, I guess, the intention, there we go, behind the video is what is, what was, and what is becoming. So that's what I'm going to do, is pull cards on each of those. So I'm going to pull a center row of what is first. Then I'll pull a row here of what was, and then a row of what is becoming. And they were very specific about the wording. They just, not past, present, future. That's not what they wanted. They were very specific. And again, woke me up in the middle of the night, by the way, to tell me this. So that being said, okay, I'm going to pull some cards on this center row. Actually, Spirit, do you want, I'm asking this in my head, y'all bear with me. Okay, so they're saying one card for now. This is what is. One card for what was, one card for what is becoming, okay? And then I will clarify these. That's what they're asking me to do. Okay, let me be sure that's on camera. Yeah, it is. Sorry, y'all, I was knocking the table and making the camera move. Alrighty, here we go. The Hermit. Now bear in mind, when I read cards, I don't read them quite as literally as you might get from other readers. It's just, I'm reading more often energy than I am the literal meaning on the card. I'm a psychic medium, that's what I do. I just go with what I'm given, not that's sort of a guide for you probably as much as for me. But that being said, I feel like in the present moment, you have, you find yourself feeling like you're climbing a mountain. And I think you are or have been recently withdrawing from life a bit, trying to get clarity on some things. I think you've had a lot of either challenges or distractions or just life stuff that's pulling you away from your, I heard the word dreams, but also spirituality. I know this is such a trite word to say, but it's very poignant, your centeredness. Okay, so that's what life does oftentimes, is it pulls us out. We've got responsibilities, we've got commitments, we've got jobs, we've got health issues to deal with, and oftentimes there's not a lot of time to deal with us inside, to cultivate rather, and nurture us inside. And that's what I feel like is going on right now. And you've decided to make that more of a priority. That's what it feels like. So you're taking a time out. You're looking at the lay of the land around you, so to speak. You're taking a time to, it's very hard to see in this card. I don't know if that camera can pick it up. But this is water down here, and there's a distant range of mountains or a distant vista of land here, and that's what I feel like you're doing. elevating to the top of the mountain so that you can get that better, that more enlightened perspective, if you will, of what's going on in your life right now. You're just pulling back, and I also feel there's a sense of conserving your energy. You're ready. You feel like you've just been giving and giving, and now it's time to pull back a little bit, go inward, and really start to connect with you again. Essentially, is what that card is bringing me. Now let's move over here. Ten of Pentacles. So in the past, this is what is, so this is what was in the past. What I'm feeling around this is a lot of dreamy energy here. Ten of Pentacles is usually the epitome of, you've got the happy home, you've got the good relationship, your money's good, and all of that. And maybe that has indeed been the case. But what the energy is telling me off of this card is, but there was a bit of a pipe dream there. It was almost like the Ten of Cups, which sometimes can be too good to be true energy. And so I think, and what I'm feeling is, I think you've had elements of this, but not all together. You've had a nice home, or you've had plenty of money in the bank, and you've had maybe you had that perfect pet, and maybe you had that really good relationship, but there were always seemed to be something missing, and that you couldn't seem to get all of that together at the same time in your life. Perhaps that's as best I can put that into words. Just one second here. I'm just getting another message here. Yeah, it's interesting because it's often I'm drawn to things on cards I've never even seen before. And after reading cards for a while, it's kind of amazing that happens. But I am being drawn to the pentacles, that this woman is holding a pentacle in this hand and a pentacle in that hand. And pentacles represents earthly, practical, tangible things, and specifically money often. Because let's face it, without pentacles or money, it's hard to get by in the world. Even the children over here, this pentacle floating around these children. And I just feel like maybe your past, what was, is that you were so focused on pentacles, trying to get the pentacles. In other words, oftentimes, in fact, I'm going to go so far as to say most people in the world are so focused on getting the money because they think that will bring them happiness. Or getting the money so they can buy the car they think will bring them happiness. Or getting the house they think will bring them happiness. Or getting the relationship that they think will bring them happiness. And the truth is, all of that will make you happy for about 5 minutes. And it's not lasting. It's not true happiness. How you get happiness is from the inside out, not from the outside in. So yeah, those things are nice to have. I like my creature comforts too, but that's not lasting happiness. And I believe that that's sort of what was the epiphany, the sort of pivot point that you came to in your realization that has brought you to what is right now in this kind of taking a time out, a stepping back and looking and assessing. Now over to the Five of Cups. I might not need to clarify, y'all. This is okay. We'll see. So the Five of Cups, that's a sad card. That's a card rather of regret, remorse, woulda, shoulda, couldas. And what I'm hearing Spirit say is, no, in fact, I'm hearing, look at the bottom of the deck, all right? Okay, there you go. Oh, that's interesting because, okay, one second, I'm just checking, be sure yeah. Okay, so, I don't use this deck with reversals, but and you can see they're all in the upright if you know anything about this deck, except I was going to check the bottom card, and when I turned it over, it's the Empress in reverse, which adds to the meaning here and clarifies that for me, and I'm wondering what's under. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I believe this reading is a cautionary tale. it is telling, and that's now it's making so much more sense to me why Spirit wanted me to name it the way they did. Instead of being past, present, future, we have free will. You have the ability to create in your life. The law of attraction attract to you by virtue of what you're thinking in this moment, in the present. So they're saying this thinking that you're doing right now, not only about the material world, you need to get a grip on what you're creating for your future. What you're creating, what is becoming, is happening right here in this moment by virtue of your thoughts. And what they're saying, this again is a cautionary, what they're saying is the Empress in reverse is saying you are not being fertile looking back and crying over these spilt cups. You are not going to have beauty, and because the Empress is all four queens wrapped up into one. She is everything. So if you look at the queens in tarot, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is, she's represents stability and wealth, and the Queen of Cups is the most love you can give, and the Queen of Wands is action and entrepreneurship and, and activity and that sort of thing. Anyway, and so all of that wrapped up is what makes the Empress in the upright, but in particular fertility, meaning when you have all those things together and you're moving through the world with some level of experience and confidence in those things, then you become productive and fertile, and you're, living your life's purpose and, giving back to the world. But they're saying because you're so focused in the moment in your mind, you're focused on what you didn't have, what didn't happen, what you couldn't produce, what the relationship you couldn't seem to make work. So they're asking you to be mindful of what you are creating, what is becoming by virtue of your thoughts today. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, all right. And so to carry on here, in other words, most tarot readers, what's motivating? What's behind this card? You're asking why. Why is the Empress in reverse? So you take a peek at the card beneath it, and it's saying because you're juggling you're juggling essentially is the card of the Two of Pentacles. You can't decide. You've either got too much going on, but I feel the energy here is I started to say what you have in your mind that you're juggling, but it's more than that. It's where you're putting your emotional focus, okay? It's not just thinking, because if you know anything about the law of attraction, what makes it work is not just saying affirmations. What makes it work is when you have the feeling, you can create within you the feeling of that thing that you're looking for. In other words, if you want $10,000 in your bank account, but you don't have $10,000, if you're so focused on the not having it, you can't get there from there. You can't get to the having it, because all of your energy is going to the not having it. So if you instead change your focus on what it feels like to have it, you have to have a vivid imagination. You have to, what does that feel like in my body? What does it feel like when I reach into my wallet to get my wallet? What does it feel like when I go to the store, instead of in my mind saying, I can't have that, saying, won't it be nice when I can have that? Oh, I could have that. I could buy that. I could buy, it'll be nice when I can buy that. So Spirit is just saying this is an emotional focus that you're not, she's looking down. She's not, she's just feeling sad, and look, and again, I feel the energy is focusing on this Five of Cups, spilled milk, whatever of the dam. But they're asking you to be aware that you're not being fertile, and you're not going to obtain what's becoming by having this kind of thinking, looking back. You need to take action stand up strong. And I've never, again, really noticed these designs on this wand. Very interesting. But it's taking a stand mentally, taking control of your thoughts mentally, taking control and directing your emotions. You know, you do have control over your emotions. It is a choice, people. Having a bad day or a good day doesn't change what comes to you or what happens to you or if somebody's rude to you or any of those things. But how you deal with it is a choice. What you make from that is a choice. So they're saying if you can get, now we go from the Two of Pentacles to taking action here, changing this way of your a whole new beginning, so to speak. This king is, you know, he's an entrepreneur. Let's take charge. What do entrepreneurs do? They do their own thing. They make their own path. And it's saying if you do that, then you can find that this Two of Cups, yeah, it's a love card, and maybe that's what you're trying to manifest. But it's more than that. Look at all these colors of the rainbow. This is what I'm drawn to here in this card. Look at all of the colors of the rainbow. That is such a beautiful card, right? And the fact that these two people have differing skin colors, that tells me it's a blending of opposites. That can represent to me not unlike the Temperance card, where it's coming together of a melding of things that, I want to say not opposite, but that's really what I mean. Things that are different, okay? So you've got the negative thinking over here, and it's saying if you change your way of thinking, you can change all that. You can change these different polarities into the rainbow, into this positivity here, and making things happy. That's essentially, and you will find balance. This can be a card of balance. And if you're looking for love, the next card is the Knight of Cups. That is a message of love, but I think it's a more universal message. That, yeah, if you can do this, that's where the balance will be. Six of Pentacles, balancing. And, you know, Pentacles is money and tangible things. It's finding that balance with tangible things in life, but it starts in your mind. Let's see what's under the, oh, and there it is, and there's the temptation. The Devil is restriction. It's being held back. It's being, and in this card, you notice he's got strings like a puppet manipulating this person on the other end of the strings there. And that's essentially what you're doing. You are your own devil here. You're manipulating your life. This is you and you. Both of these are you. But you have the power to change that. And when you do, that's when you can come together and build a strong foundation. Come together. It's like a coming together. The Three of Pentacles is like coming together, an agreement between people or things to make something. In other words, it's greater than the sum of its parts. So that to me is these two polarities, again, coming together. Are you overcoming this polarity in this case to make something, to make an agreement, to make a foundation with yourself internally, to make a better life for yourself? Yeah, and it's going to take strength. It's not an easy thing. You know, strength is not always easily available to us. Believe me, I'm human. It's easier said than done. I won't lie, but that's what it takes. And the message to me is, but it takes mental strength and emotional strength. It doesn't take muscle. But that is the secret. That is what it takes, and that's what Spirit is asking you to do, to turn this Empress around. And she is so beautiful when she's upright. Look at this card. I don't know who this artist is, but boy, that is so beautifully depicted. And I just was pulled to, if you can see, there's a little dot, these dots that look like stars to me. And it looks like she's connecting the earth, the fertility, and the stars and the moon and all of that's kind of coming together. It's like the whole universe is coming together, and this looks to me like, it reminds me of water in the ocean. So it's just like all the elements of the universe, all the power of the universe is at your disposal essentially, once you understand how to do this. And I'm a big proponent of this approach to life. Again, it's not easy in the beginning, but if you can start to practice this and start always reaching for that next higher thought, that next more pleasant thought, whatever that is. In other words, if you can go from, let's say you're angry about something, and maybe you can't go from angry about something someone did to feeling unconditional love for them. Okay, I get it. That's unrealistic. But if you can go from anger to disappointment, you're moving up an emotional scale. That's moving up the emotional scale. So maybe you say, okay, well, I'm very disappointed. I was angry, but now I'm just disappointed, and I understand that person did this and that, but I'm just disappointed, and you can do that. And then maybe a day or two later, if you keep trying to work on this, you can go from disappointment to maybe you just don't care, apathy maybe. And then as you work on that for a little while, then you move up to, you see what I'm saying. So you have to give yourself enough compassion. Give yourself enough compassion to be patient with yourself and work yourself up the emotional ladder, so to speak, to be able to do this time and time and time again. What else, Spirit? My goodness, that just flowed right out of me, y'all. That just did. I'm just saying. Let me see if there's anything else. I want to put these cards, Spirit saying just that one. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else that Spirit would like to add to this message. I feel like that's pretty complete, to be honest, but I'll shuffle a few times here and see if anything flies out. And while I'm doing that, I will ask you, please, just getting started here on YouTube, and it means so much to my channel if you hit that like button, or if you like this content, subscribe. I also do readings on your deceased loved ones, so check that out. I have a playlist in my channel for that. Excuse me. So, show me some love. Show me some love. I appreciate that very much. And if you got something out of this, I would appreciate your feedback. Hopefully it's going to reach you just when you need to hear it most. That's my hope. All right, Spirit, anything else? I feel like there's one card that needs to come out here, y'all. I do. I feel it. So bear with me a minute. Oop, that was like the whole deck almost flopped out there. We don't want that. All right. Spirit saying that's it. Okay. Oh, perfect. Couldn't have asked for a better card, right? I mean, that just sums it all up. And at the bottom of the deck, crossing it it's just basically what we're reiterating, the same message. If you do this, if you can change your thinking and move yourself gradually up the emotional ladder, you will change your world in terms of what you attract to yourself. You can turn this Empress upright. You will have the Ace of Pentacles. This will be a new beginning for you. The Ace of Pentacles, again, Pentacles are tangible, earthly things. It's a brand new beginning. And crossing that is the Five of Pentacles, which is being out in the cold. It's saying, again, these two polarities are at your fingertips. Which one do you choose? Do you continue thinking, crying over spilt milk, so to speak, with this Five of Cups? Do you continue looking at what you haven't had, or maybe what you don't have in this moment in your life? Do you keep putting your energy into focusing on what you don't have? Or can you focus forward, or even more importantly, the way law of attraction works, in this moment? The future is in the present. It's right here in this moment. You only have this moment. So Spirit is saying, focus in this moment. Change your thinking. Be positive in this moment. You know, you see this man's hands, that, you know, they look pretty, like he's dug some dirt. He's gone out there and lived a little life. He didn't just get that pinnacle because it fell out of the sky. He's worked for that pinnacle, and that's what Spirit's saying. You know, this is not a physical toiling, but it is an emotional and mental toiling that you've already put yourself through the hard part. Now let's just switch this around. Start trying to change your mental approach. Focus on what you do have. Pick one thing, folks. Pick one thing. If you look around you and you don't have money or relationship or health or any of those things, it doesn't matter. You can still turn it around. Pick one thing you're grateful for. Wake up every morning and say, I'm grateful I have fresh air to breathe. I'm grateful that I can stand up today. Believe me, folks, there are plenty of people who cannot do that. So you be grateful for that. I'm grateful that I've got some fresh water to drink and I can brush my... I'm grateful I have indoor plumbing. I'm grateful I have air conditioning. I'm grateful for this nice soft mattress. Just start making a list and say it out loud if you can. If you know, if your people around you don't think you're nuts, or maybe if they do, it's okay too. But even if you just do it in your own mind, work yourself up into a positive frenzy, I guess is how I would say that. A positive thinking and emotional frenzy by just being grateful for the little things around you, and you will be amazed and surprised at what that will change in your life. And it will reverse this empress. It will turn everything upside down in a positive way. You will start seeing synchronicities. You will start seeing certain people come into your life, and maybe some people that weren't serving you leave your life. But that's that's like a whole lesson on law of attraction. But it's just, again, affirming this message that it is a choice. You are choosing by how you use your thoughts and emotions to either be out in the cold or to have this new beginning here. Now, again, this could apply to a relationship you're wanting in your life. This could apply to financial security that you're wanting. This could apply to health. This is a general message that could apply to any of those things or things I haven't said or thought about. So Spirit is just saying, but the secret to any of those things that you want is to change your thinking, to not focus on the Five of Cups. What's gone is gone. What's done yesterday is yesterday. You'll never get it back again. But instead, focus on the present moment. Get a new perspective in the what is moment right here, right now, and look forward. Think positively so that you can have this fertility in your life. Whew, okay, well, thank you all for sticking around. Those who made it to the end, I do appreciate you so much. I wish you all many, many blessings. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.